It was a week when the South Goan village of Benauli continued to be in the news as tension and confusion prevailed in the village. On Monday, the villagers gherawed the Sarpanch Carmelina Fernandez and the Salside BDO Uday Prabhudesai for their inaction in stopping the work of a mega housing project in the village, despite a resolution to the effect having been taken at the Gram Sabha. The Sarpanch was also pulled up by the Block Development Officer Uday Prabhudesai for cancelling the Gram Sabha without prior notice. The anti-mega project syndrome spread to the city of Ponda, with the Ponda unit of the Maharashtra Gomantak Party submitting a memorandum to the Chief Officer of the Ponda municipality seeking to revoke the construction licenses issued to 16 mega projects in the city. This matter had also been taken up for discussion at the recently concluded monsoon session of the State Legislative Assembly. Well, in the absence of a proper definition of the term mega projects, confusion prevails with people in most villages of the state beginning to resist almost any kind of constructional activity by giving it a tag of being a mega project. It is high time now that we have some clarity on this issue and hope that the government wastes no time in identifying guidelines and fixing norms for projects to be classified as mega projects. The attention drawn to the educational qualifications of the state's Education Minister, Athanasio Montserrat, seems to have awoken others in the political loop, as the Nationalist Congress Party President and former Saligao MLA, Dr. Wilfred D'Souza, attacked the Saligao MLA Dilip Parulekar on Monday for furnishing false information about his educational qualifications whilst filing his nomination papers for the State Assembly elections held in 2007. On Monday, Dr. D'Souza spoke to the media about the allegedly incorrect document submitted to the returning officer as he produced documents obtained by him from the DMC College Mapsa and the Goa University under the Right to Information to prove that Mr. Parulekar was not a graduate as testified by the latter. Reacting to Dr. D'Souza's threat to complain to the Election Commission if the administration fails to take action against Mr. Parulekar, the leader of the BJP, Manohar Parrikar, said that they would clarify their stand on this issue at an appropriate forum when required to do so. Tuesday saw a cross-section of the people of the state converging at Azad Maidan in Panjim, braving inclement weather to attend a public meeting organized by the Council for Social Justice and Peace and the Interfaith Dialogue for Life to protest against the communal violence that has gripped parts of the states of Orissa and Karnataka. The meeting condemned all kinds of violence in the country, including terrorism, as people of different faiths expressed their anguish and indignation at the continuing acts of terror and aggression that has had the country in turmoil. Tuesday evening also saw the Benauli Panchayat politics take another ugly twist when 6 busloads of people from Benauli were stopped at the Kortali junction by the Kholwa PI Edwin Colasso. The villagers were on their way home after attending the solidarity meeting held at the Azad Maidan in Panjim to protest against the communal violence in the country when a posse of policemen stopped the buses they were travelling in to arrest the 33 people against whom complaints had been filed by the Sarpanch Carmelina Fernandez and a Panch Xavier Pereira for the confusion in the village the previous day. It was the intervention of the Deputy Superintendent and SDPO Deo Banaulikar which diffused the situation and the buses were allowed to proceed back home. The unrest did not end there. After the villagers touched home ground, a mob of nearly 500 visibly agitated Banaulikars marched to the Kholwa police station to protest the action of the Kholwa PI Edwin Colasso, as they also demanded the immediate release of the 2 individuals who had been arrested by the police earlier in the afternoon when the duo were proceeding on a motorcycle to attend the solidarity meeting at Panjim. Later, the villagers stoned the residences of the Benauli Sarpanch Carmelina Fernandez and Pan Xavier Pereira as they damaged window panes and the vehicles parked outside the Sarpanch's home. What is ironical is that these very people who are responsible for defacing the home and vehicles of a fellow citizen were in Panjim earlier that day to protest against the acts of violence and vandalism unleashed on their brethren in the states of Orissa, Delhi and Karnataka. We guess human memory is very short. Moving on, Apprehensive of his actions taking a communal turn, the PI of Kolwa Police Station, Mr. Edwin Colasso, apologized for the inconvenience caused to the people in a letter addressed to the parish priest of Benauli on Wednesday. Tuesday also saw hotelier Ralph D'Souza being installed as the president of the Travel and Tourism Association of Goa for another 2-year term. Accepting the honour bestowed on him, Mr. D'Souza requested the government to use the revenue collected from the tourism industry for the creation of good infrastructure for the benefit of tourists arriving in the state and to protect the natural beauty and heritage of Goa in order to sustain tourism in the state. In a major decision taken on Wednesday, the government of Goa decided to oppose the controversial Coastal Management Zone Notification 2008, claiming that it was detrimental to the interests of the state and the people of Goa. It may be recalled that the villagers from the coastal belts of Goa had passed resolutions opposing the CMZ notification at their respective Gram Sabhas. The notification was also opposed by several NGOs as well as the Goenkaranso Ramponkaranso Ekvot, a body representing the traditional fishermen. Briefing media persons on Wednesday, the Chief Minister Digambar Kamath said that the memorandum opposing the Coastal Management Zone Notification 2008 would be submitted to the Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh by the 21st of this month, and that he had requested the Prime Minister to convene a meeting of the Chief Ministers of all the coastal states in the country to deliberate on the CMZ. Speaking at a press conference on Thursday, the PWD Minister Mr. Churchill Alamau informed that he had requested the UPA chairperson Ms. Sonia Gandhi to ban the Bajrang Dal as he held them responsible for creating law and order problems in the country. Whilst appreciating the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Yedurappa, for taking strong action against those involved in the vandalism of prayer houses in the state, Mr. Alamau appealed to all Goans, irrespective of religion, to maintain peace and communal harmony in the state, and went on to say that the BJP government would not be acceptable to the people because of its allegiance to the Bajrang Dal. Churchill didn't miss this opportunity to take a dig at his bête noire, Luisino Filero, who he said had accepted the proposal for the Mopa airport for the greed of money. 14 South Goa Sarpanches who, under the banner of the newly formed South Goa Sarpanches Forum, submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister Digambar Kamath demanding that immediate action be taken against the culprits involved in damaging the property and vehicles of the Benauli Sarpanch Carmelina Fernandez on Tuesday night. The memorandum was signed by the Sarpanches of Orlim, Kamurli, Naveli, San Joao do Arial, Nuve, Kavalosi, Sarovli, Ambeli, Chinchini, Sirlim, Dharmapur, Carmona, Benauli and Kolwa. Speaking to Goa 365, the Sarpanch of Nuve, Menino Mascarenas, threatened to close down all panchayats in South Goa if justice was not meted out to the Benauli Sarpanch Carmelina Fernandez, while also demanding for immediate police protection to all the Sarpanches of South Goa. If at all the government in its wisdom accepts this demand of the Sarpanches Forum, the Goa police may soon have to augment its forces with new recruitments, or else there will be a dearth of policemen to patrol the already unsafe streets of our cities. The Corporation of the City of Panjim decided on Thursday to go ahead with the suggestions of Professor Sharad Kale of the Nuclear Agriculture and Biotechnology Division, Bhabha Atomic Research Centre, Mumbai, in order to repair and restart the garbage treatment plant at Pato. Mayor of the CCP, Tony Rodrigues, said that the work to restart the garbage plant would commence on Monday, the 22nd of September. It may be recalled that the Goa State Pollution Control Board had issued the CCP a stop work notice last week in connection with the malfunctioning of the recently installed digester at Pato. We hope that after the implementation of the recommendations of Professor Sharad Kale, the organic waste digester installed by the CCP begins functioning properly and spares the people in and around Pato of the terrible stench they've had to put up with for the last few months. The late Umesh Mambre Memorial Award, jointly instituted by the Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Goa Union of Journalists, presented its first award to the sub-editor of the Marathi daily Gomantak, Mr. Jai Prakash Kulkarni, at a function held at the GCCI Hall in Panjim on Thursday.